الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول ولا تبطلوا أعمالكم. Brothers and sisters, welcome to the house of Allah, Masjid As-Salam, for the weekly dars. Tonight's dars is about the Battle of Bi'r Ma'una. As we learned, when Battle of Uhud took place, the Muslimin, they been beaten by the non-believers, and 70 become Shahid from the Muslimin. Then afterwards, non-believers, they become brave. Countryside people, they wanted to attack. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent some people. People of Makkah, Abu Sufyan would like to attack again. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent some people, they been back. In the Battle of Raji', we learned last week, 10 of the Sahaba, companions of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, become Shahid. One of them was Khubayb ibn Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and we learned the story how they dealt with Khubayb ibn Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Then this is another battle, Bi'r Ma'una. Amir ibn Malik, he is from Najd. Najd is nowadays in Saudi Arabia, which is Riyadh, Qasim, Abha, in a lot of places. It's called Najd. That was one area in the time of the Prophet, they called the place Najd. Amir ibn Malik, he was from there. And he was from the Banu Amir, from the tribe of Amir. He came to Medina al-Munawwara, and he faced Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after the conversation, he invited him to Islam, to revert to Islam. Then he told him, no, I don't want to revert to Islam, but I want you to send a group of knowledgeable people of your companions to our people, to the Najd. Of course, in Najd, such as a huge area, and there were different kind of tribes living in there. One of the tribes was Banu Amir. Then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told Amir ibn Malik, I have fear upon my companions. If they come to you there to teach you Islam and pass the message of Islam to you people, then you people might harm, the people of Najd might harm my companions. Then Amir ibn Malik told to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I will take care of them, don't worry. Those days, and even nowadays as well, the same thing happening. If they agree, the two country people agree that we will do such and such a deal in between each other, then they will be safe. They will be safe. Then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told, yes, okay then, as long you are taking care of my companions, I will send some companions to Najd. And do remember, brothers, Najd is not close, in closest or nearest distance between Medina and Najd, Riyadh. Between Medina and Makkah al-Mukarramah, 450 kilometers. And from Makkah to Riyadh, almost 1,000 kilometers. Brothers, that long distance, Sahaba, they were walking or riding a camel, subhanallah. Most and majority, they were riding. Walking, they were walking, not riding. And they were going there. That long distance they went. How many Sahaba? 70 Sahaba. And these 70 Sahaba were not a simple people. They were Qurra of Quran al-Kareem. They were Hufaz of the Quran al-Kareem. And they were Ulamas as well, subhanAllah. Because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was sending someone to somewhere to call non-believer to Islam, have to be a alim. وَدُعُوا إِلَى سَبِيلِ رَبِّكَ بِالْحِكْمَةِ وَالْمَوْعِظَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ قُلْ هَذِهِ سَبِيلِ أَدْعُو إِلَى اللَّهِ عَلَى بَصِيرَةٍ. What is basira? Ilm. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam chosen 70 Sahaba from the ulama. And these people were reading Quran Kareem night times. Most daytime they were selling what? Wood. They were preparing, going and bring some wood from the countryside and selling in Makkah, in Medina Munawwara, I mean. And what they were doing with that money, they were spending that money on the Ashab al-Suffa, those poor people which living in Masjid Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahu Akbar. These kind of pious Sahaba. Subhanallah. Then what happened? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told them, okay, as long Amir ibn Malik from Banu Amir, he promised they will take care of you. You go there and give da'wah to the people of Najd. People of Najd. Okay, they started their journey toward the Najd brothers. As I told you, it's almost 1,500 kilometers. 1,500 kilometers, brothers. If we go our day, nowadays in the plane, 1,500 kilometers, brothers, that will take us at least 17 hours. Because the plane will go 900, that will take us then 1.5 hours, isn't it? 1.5 hours, not 17. If it's 1,000 in one hour, then in 1.5 hours. Say in 2 hours. That will take 2 hours. But anyway, in those days, subhanallah, that was long distance. Subhanallah. They started their journey toward Najd. When they reached to a place which is Bi'r Ma'una. Bi'r Ma'una is a place in Najd. They reached there. In that place, from that place, the leader of the Sahaba, he told to one of the companions of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which his name is Haram ibn Milhan. Haram ibn Milhan. His name. That is his name. He told that this is a leader of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You go and take it to whom? Amir ibn Tufayl. Amir ibn Tufayl was a nephew of the Amir ibn Malik, the one who visited to Medina Munawwara. That was Amir ibn Tufayl is his nephew. You go to him and take the letter of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam to him. When he went there, in those times, in nowadays as well, those times if a person is going to take the message of someone, either from any religion he is, any part of the world is he is safe. No one is harming that person. Then when Haram ibn Milhan, he went to Amir ibn Tufayl. Then Amir ibn Tufayl, he took the letter and he didn't read even. Letter of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He didn't read it and he told to one of his followers to kill him. And he came and stabbed him with the arrow till the arrow came out from his stomach. Then what he have done? He took the blood and put it on his face. He put on his face. He says, "Fuztu wa Rabbil Kaaba." Haram ibn Milhan, he says, "Fuztu wa Rabbil Kaaba." I become successful. I take oath by the Lord of the Kaaba, Allah Tabaraka wa Taala. Then a person who killed him, his name was Jabir. It was Jabir ibn Salma. Jabir ibn Salma. He told to those people around him, this person is not, he's not the winner. He is the loser because I killed him. And with that he says, first I am the winner. Why he says that? Those who were surrounding him, he told, in Islamic religion, if a person becomes Shahid, martyr, he is a successful person, subhanallah. He is the luckiest person, subhanallah. There is no adab al-qabr upon that person. His ruh will be in the stomach of the green birds flying in the Jannah, subhanallah. The day of judgment, he will make shafa'ah for his family, 70 of family members, subhanallah. And others, a lot of rewards. And those people around him, he says, because of this, he says, "Fuztu bi Rabbil Ka'bati." That's why he says that. Then that affected on Jabir ibn Salma. Jabir ibn Salma, oh, that affected on him. Then that word took him to Medina Munawwara. Because of that, he went to Medina Munawwara and he reverted to Islam, subhanallah. He reverted to Islam. As long as a person dies in Islam and he says, I am successful, he loves it, subhanallah. Because non-believers, they are scared from death, isn't it? لا يقاتلونكم إلا في قرى محصنة أو من وراء جدر بأسهم بينهم شديد تحسبهم جميعا وقلوبهم شتى. Then what happened? After Amir ibn Tufail, he told to Banu Amir, to his uncle, a tribe, that to people of his uncle, let's go and fight with these 70 people and kill them, sort them out. Then he told, no, I promised Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we are not doing it. Then he went to Ra'al and Zakwan and other tribes, you come together with me and we go and kill these people. And Amir ibn Tufail was a cheater, a cheating person, not an honest person. Then what happened? These tribes got together and they went to Bi'r Ma'una. Bi'r Ma'una, as I told, that is a place. And they start fight with those Sahaba, even though they didn't go there for a fight. No, just went for da'wah. They start killing those 70 Qurra. 70 Qurra, subhanallah. Amongst them were Ka'b ibn Zayd. Ka'b ibn Zayd was safe. He had not been killed because he injured. When this kuffar saw that he is amongst those dead people, then he said that he died as well. They left him. Then afterwards he went to Medina Munawwara. And also there were two Sahaba, other Sahaba, Amr ibn Umayyah and Mundhir Uqba ibn Amir. Mundhir Uqba ibn Amir. They went a bit late. When they saw his people, all the Sahaba, they died, then they start fight as well. Then one of them, which is Uqba ibn Amir, he becomes Shahid as well. These people killed him. Then Amr ibn Umayyah, they took him as a prisoner. Then afterwards, Amir ibn Tufail, he took him as a slave and he freed him because his mom she have done something wrong. They say, okay, because of my mom, I free Amr ibn Umayyah. Then Amr ibn Umayyah, he started his journey back to Medina al-Munawwara. And on the way, he saw two people from the Banu Amir. Two people from Banu Amir, they were staying under the tree, just sleeping under the tree. Then Amr ibn Umayyah, he says, okay, these people are the one who killed my brothers, companions of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's take revenge from them. But mistakenly, they killed those people. They were not the right people. They were the people which Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam already, there was ahad between them, treaty between Banu Amir and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that we will not harm each other. By mistake, they killed both and he ran away to Medina al-Munawwara. And do remember, when the Sahaba, the kuffar were going to kill them, they were saying, Ya Allah, tabarak wa ta'ala, pass our news, reach our news to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Allah ta'ala, we are aggrieved from you, and you become aggrieved from us, Ya Allah, tabarak wa ta'ala. Subhanallah. They become shaheed in path of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. And the news reached to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was really sad. Anas ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala, who he was servant of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he is told, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I didn't see Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sad as when the 70 Sahaba, they passed away. Because they were Qurra, they were Hafiz of the Quran Kareem, and they were knowledgeable people as well. And they went for the da'wah, and because of the promise of that Amir ibn Malik, and they become shaheed. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was so sad. Then afterwards, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam 1 month he prayed Qunuti Nazila. Qunut Nazila. What is Qunuti Nazila? When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mostly he prayed it in all the praise he prayed, but mostly he prayed in Isha and Fajr prayer. What is Qunuti Nazila? When something harm happens or difficulties Muslim faces from such and such and such, then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was praying Fajr prayer, second rak'ah after the ruku. After the ruku, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his tent, and he raised his hand and he made dua against those people. Oh Allah Ta'ala, do such and such and such with such a people. That's why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam 1 month he was very sad, and he was praying in the prayer after the ruku, Fajr prayer and Isha prayer, and then he make dua against the Ri'al and Zakwan and Amir ibn not Banu Amir, his nephew, subhanallah, Amir ibn Tufail. Amir ibn Tufail. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua against those people. That is the battle of Bi'r Ma'una. What we learn from this story, brothers? A lot of things we learn from this story. First, in Islam, to Muslim country, any person comes as a believer or non-believer, he is safe. Amr ibn Malik, he was a non-believer. And he went and even visited Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He sat with Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he took a gift to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as well. And he was safe side. In Medina al-Munawwara, no one can harm. Same thing, brothers. Nowadays, if a non-believer goes to the Muslim country, we as a Muslim, we cannot harm him, we cannot steal from him, we cannot do anything. That is Islam teaching us, subhanallah. Secondly, there is no force in Islam. We cannot force someone to revert to Islam. That's why Amir ibn Malik, he was in Medina. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not tell him, hey, you are in my country and I have power over you, you have to revert to Islam. Otherwise, I'll do this and that. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave him choice. It is up to you. It's up to you. If you want to revert to Islam, okay. If not, you have your own choice. We cannot force anyone to become Muslim, brothers. Even though you have a power over that person. No, we cannot do that. Also, brothers, when we go for da'wah, brothers, at least we have to have a bit of knowledge. That's why Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam chose knowledgeable people from the Sahaba and send it to the Najd. Also, we learn from this story as well. That Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was taking care of his people. If you send someone of your group, you are a leader, you have to know the mentality of those people, how they are dealing with your people, with the Muslims. For example, nowadays, Muslim of New Zealand here, a leader would like to send his people to such a place for a da'wah. You have to know that place, how those people they dealing with the Muslims. If they are harming them, killing them, don't go there at all. It's not compulsory upon you. Stay and enjoy in your place only. If they are safe people, welcoming people, no problem, you go there. That's why Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told to Amr ibn Malik, I have a fear upon my companions, if they go there, they won't be safe. He told him, no, they will be safe. Send them to me. That's why Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent Sahaba to Najashi, to Eritrea and Africa. Why? Because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he knew that Najashi is really peaceful person. He is even Christian, but peaceful person. Whoever goes to him and live in his country, he won't be harmed. That's why Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he sent his own daughter, the wife of Uthman radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and Uthman who was with whom? With that among the Sahaba 73 when they been to the Najashi. Subhanallah. Also, we learn from this story, Muslims have to be very intelligent. Very intelligent as well. When you deal with the non-believers, you have to be very intelligent. You have to know what's happening that side as well. Also, we learn from this story as well, the iman and faith of the Sahaba. A person, Haram ibn Nihyan, he became killed. And he said, Fuztu Rabbil Kaaba. Iman, high level. He dies. He gonna die. And he says, I am the winner, Ya Allah, subhanallah. And we learn from this story, Sahaba, they sacrificed their wealth, their time, and their family, everything, for the sake of Islam, brothers. The same thing we should do as well, brothers. We don't want, some of us, we do not care about our children even. We do not take our children to the masjid, to the Islamic program, to the Islamic environment. No, we don't care what we do. We just work here and there, and subhanallah, busy with that dunya. Brothers, those people, they have done it for others. Forget about their children. Those Sahaba, they have done. That's why we are Muslim, brothers. Therefore, we should learn from these 70 Sahaba. They sacrificed 1,500 kilometers walk in for the sake of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Only the distance between Medina and Mecca was 450 in 10 to 14 days they were distance. It's been 14 and 14. That is, mashallah, almost 43 or 42 days they walk one way only to reach to Najd. Allahu Akbar, brothers. And how time they were going to spend there. That's why, brothers, we have to work for Islam. Don't say, no, the job of da'wah is only Imam should go. Imam will do this, Imam will do that. And he will, no, you, as much you know about Islam, that much you have a responsibility upon your shoulder to teach that, to pass that message to others, bi'iznillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. Therefore, we should gather together, brothers. Come to me here in Masjid As-Salam. We make a group of da'is, inshallah ta'ala. Da'wah group, inshallah ta'ala. We sit together, inshallah, and we manage, inshallah, how can we pass a message to our neighbor, this side and this side. We haven't been to this neighbors even, brothers. Okay? Let's sit together, make decisions, make mashuras together. If 10 of us, 20 of us, 30 or more or less of us get together, we can do a lot, bi'iznillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. And this is our job. And do remember, Allah Ta'ala will bless your health and wealth as well. Don't say, I will spend my one day in the path of Allah, I will go and put the flyers here in the letter box and give da'wah, and I waste my time. Wallahi, the next day you go to the work, you have a lot to learn, inshallah. You earn, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. That is a blessing of Allah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. And that is the time you spend for yourself, brother. For yourself, bi'iznillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. Also, we learn from this story as well, you are allowed to make dua against such a zalim people. As Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he made dua 1 month, continuously 1 month in the prayer. After the ruku', made dua on Re'al in Zakwan, Ya Allah Ta'ala destroy them, Ya Allah Ta'ala do with them whatsoever you want to deal with them, Hashwa Ya Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. That's why we can make dua against the zalim person. We can make dua against the fasid person. We can make dua against a person who makes fitnas. Of course we give da'wah and give da'wah. If not, we are allowed. That's why Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, he made dua. Rabbi la tazar ala al-ardi min al-kafirina dayyara. The Nuh alayhi salam, 950 years, give da'wah and da'wah and da'wah. They were still harming Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. Then he said, Ya Allah Ta'ala, don't leave. It means destroy all the non-believers' house, Ya Allah. وَلَا تَزِدِ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا تَبَارًا. Nuh alayhi salam said, Ya Allah, don't destroy all the zalim. The meaning is, mafhum is, destroy all the zalims, Ya Allah Ta'ala. In Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he made the dua as well. We are allowed to make dua. Ya Allah, if you guide them, Ya Allah, guide those people. If you don't want to guide these people, Ya Allah Ta'ala, destroy them. Because sometimes you give da'wah, advice to this person once and twice and 3 and 10. You know that this is up to here now. They won't change. You can make dua against those people. Bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made dua against Re'al in Zakwan for a month continuously. Not after the prayer, during the prayer. After the last ruku of the prayer, he was making dua. And Sahaba were saying, Ameen, 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 after Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Therefore, brothers, inshallah ta'ala, we work hard, inshallah, we learn our deen, inshallah.